Welcome to Kingdom Soldier TV, and look at who I have in the studio today. It is none other than Mr. Scottie. Please, Scottie, say your real name for the people out there.
Adolphus Lee Scott III.
Okay, now before I get into how heavy being a third is and who's the first and second, we have to talk about why you're straight up here, and that is about Substance and Come Down. The song is finally out.
Yes. It's out.
Oh my goodness, family, the song is out. No matter how many times people have gone to see the movie Substance, which is the 3D animation done by none other than Jamaal Bradley and Bruce W. Smith and Butter, Scottie wrote and sang on this amazing song called Come Down, and every comment was about where and when can I get this song. So before we get into the interview, where can everybody get the song?
The song is available on all digital media outlets, iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, wherever you can purchase music online is there.
Okay, and it's such a unique and amazing song. And let's just get into how this came about. So Jamaal is over here, Bruce is in LA, Butter was in LA, North Carolina. How did you get involved with this project?
To be honest with you, it is so weird how it all came together. Mm-hmm. I never even saw the animation. I just knew a little bit about, or what the animation was about, just a little bit.
Wow.
And Butter actually was in contact with Jamaal, and they were conversing about the animation and what was it about and what they kind of wanted the song to maybe feel. Mm-hmm. And then after talking with Butter, he gave ideas as far as the music. And when I was starting to hear some of the music that he was creating, it was just like, me personally first, I'm inspired by music. I can write just off the whim, but no, with music is just...
It takes you someplace else. So let me back up a little bit. So you got the music and it inspired you, but you hadn't even seen the animation. That is, okay, wait a minute. Whoa. So wait a minute.
Crazy.
You mean on parts like, I hate to have you sing it.
What do you mean, like I chose his life? Man?
Before that, when he does like he's playing with the little girl and he does this laughing thing and you make your voice quiver.
Oh, wow.
Was that before the animation? Before you saw it?
That was before I saw the animation.
You've got to be kidding me. And I cannot believe from hearing this, and mind you, I have been all over Substance. This is my first time hearing. See, that's why I want to talk to everybody on their own and what they did with the finished product. You never saw the animation, Scottie?
I didn't see the animation before coming up with the song, recording it, going back and forth with Butter, like with certain notes of changes and things, maybe with Jamaal. I think Jamaal may have heard the song a little bit and then he had maybe some notes, but I still hadn't seen the animation.
And that's hard to believe because everything you did matched. It was like when he laughed, the quiver in your voice matched. When he did that, first of all, it's the hardest animation. We talking about live this life and touching his chest and carrying on. I've never seen an animation just like flex like that.
Right.
No regrets for me and mine. First of all, remember when we were coming up and saying me and mine, right? It was good to kind of hear that come back. So, wow. Based on the concept alone, you were able to go to a place that didn't kind of preach what was happening, just allowed a door to open up and for us to experience the story. How does it feel when you look at the animation and you see that your voice is a character? How does that feel to you?
It's amazing. It's humbling. It's mind-blowing. It's all of those feelings all at once. To actually feel what I feel when I'm listening to it and watching it at the same time. And to see how the emotions are captured in the characters as they move, like every single thing that they do, and the music is playing a part like right beside it. It is amazing. Because
what you did and what you and Butter were able to create together it sounds like, and tell me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds almost like you're writing from the protagonist's standpoint of view, which is Substance is a true story. When you see Substance about two brothers and one of the brothers is not making a great decision at all and could possibly affect the life and the safety of the little girl in the film. And it seems like the song starts off where you're starting from the brother that is the protagonist, and then it seems like it switches over to the one that is the antagonist, or the one that's not choosing correctly. Is that correct? Is that
correct?
What's happening?
It's like it's going back and forth between the two, trying to get the emotions and what one would say to the other in this type of conflict at that time. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on, is you're trying to capture what each would say or how each would feel, the overall feeling of what they're trying to tell the other person.
And the song is so tough. You guys have to download Come Down. It's so tough because you never once tell the listener how to feel. You never once tell the viewer how to feel. Both you, Butter, Jamaal, and Bruce did an amazing job leaving that up to the viewer. We're all exposed to the situation and we're all kind of left hoping for the best, but you never once tell us how to feel. And so when you listen to the song, the protagonist, antagonist, then you move into somewhat what feels like the subconscious. Like all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I zoomed out of the story and now you went someplace else to kind of, what is it that you say at the end that we all love so much and can't stop singing at the very end?
Is choose life. I need you to live.
And without there being a dialogue, and I could just cry right now, without there being a dialogue, that was powerful because we want the best for these characters as we're watching them. We're hoping that for the little girl's sake, someone will choose life. And so you said it all in a nutshell in the song. Was this the most challenging project you've ever worked on as a writer, songwriter?
I would say yes, actually. First of all, just the opportunity alone felt big. So it was a challenge. And then to be able to come from all those directions in one song in less than 4 minutes was a challenge.
And so let's go back to big. So when did you realize it was big?
I realized, or to me, it felt big once I saw I would say I realized it was big after I actually saw the animation. Not before it came out, but actually when I got the opportunity to see the music and the animation come together. When I felt like, oh my gosh, this is something powerful. You know, because we're coming from so many angles, and like you said, we're not telling the viewer how to feel. It gives the opportunity for so many people to connect however they want. So that just leaves it wide open. And I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then it could touch a lot of people. And this could be very big and go very far. Who knows?
Yeah. And what was, okay, so it's already well written. It's already an amazing project. But then let's go here. You can sing. Okay, no,
thank you.
He can sing. And I've said this to you before, there's some singers that they can sing, but you can sing and it's disgusting. I'm like, did he just hit that note just ever so, and it just comes down and it's just, But when you were doing this film, I loved the process of how Jamaal Bradley, when we did the Chasing Substance live event where we had you guys as creators on the panel, along with mental health specialists on the panel. And Jamaal got an opportunity to educate us on sometimes the process of what it takes to make an animation, in the sense of how he puts his whole body into it and how, he has to emote the characters prior to them actually coming to life in his process. When you sang this song, was it like singing for any other song you ever sang for, or was it a little different for you this time?
It was a little different, but like with the only part that was like other songs is that, yes, I do have to kind of do the same. Like I have to like not just sit there and stand still while I'm singing, but I have to like give the emotions with the stuff that you'll never see. You may hear it,
okay,
but in the studio, I'm literally like moving and doing all that just to get the stuff out because I want the emotion to come out and to come across.
Right.
Again, you may never see it, but you should hopefully hear the emotion.
Yes.
That, is coming across. But this was different than the other recordings because of, I would say, the different point of views. To have that many different point of views at one time was a lot, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
And hearing it in the record, well, people kind of don't say records, hearing it in the recording, it's so rewarding. The animation itself and the song together married is so rewarding to watch it. It's so satisfying. And even though we're dealing with a very deep topic, you guys did it so well. I mean, again, from Jamaal Bradley's, the swagger in the animation, his walk, the swagger in the writing, in the way you executed, the music that Butter created. I mean, you guys just showed up and showed out in this piece. And our hope and prayer is that when you all go online, so go right now,
yes,
and go to YouTube and see Substance short film, is that we're hoping that you guys come up with what you think should be the ending for the film. And we do realize that it is a deep topic. It is Christmas time, and some people don't want to deal with these topics. But if you have family members, we all know that just because Christmas time comes, it doesn't mean you're not going to deal with some of these topics in this film.
Right.
And speaking of which, as you were doing it and you looked at the film, was there ever a time where you reflected on someone that you may have known that was struggling with what some of the characters were dealing with?
Absolutely. I thought about home. I thought about when I was growing up, because there were family members, there were people that I knew that, struggled with substance abuse, and people that that I would see that I didn't even know, but I would see them walking down the street, and I would just, could pick it up and be like, they must be dealing with that because literally they're wobbling and
in broad daylight,
acting crazy.
Yeah, so it's not even nighttime,
right? And it was like, wow, like I wish I could have helped in some kind of way, but I mean, I was way too young.
Sure.
Well, at that time, way too young. I'm thinking like 8, 9.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really offer any assistance.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was just like, this is weird. What's going on?
Because a lot of us have experience, and what exactly what you're saying to be true. I had a friend whose mom was an alcoholic, and that's not one of the substances that we deal with in this film. But we noticed that her coffee cup, something in that coffee cup, just one day we smelled the coffee cup as we got older and realized it wasn't coffee in that coffee cup at all. And so maybe that was some of the reason why we got a different personality at some point. And so like you said, when you're young, it takes time to realize that people right around us and in our close proximity are struggling with issues that we never knew what the name of it was. We didn't know what their struggle or their preferences were and how to help. And we're just kids. We're just observing. But at this point, I wanted to focus on you as a singer. I can go into substance all day long, and I have been doing it, and we are doing Chasing Substance across the country. And we're talking about live events for Chasing Substance. But I wanted to focus on you as a singer because now that the song is out, I think this is so phenomenal for the world to get to see what an amazing upcoming singer and writer you are. You've actually have a project out right now. You mentioned Keela Richardson.
Yes. Tell
us a little bit about it.
I co-wrote the song "So Good" that Keela Richardson is now singing, and it's on the 3 Billboard charts right now.
What?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's doing really good with radio play, and when it came out, I text almost everybody I knew. I was like, "Hey, go download it. Help your boy out."
Right.
Download it, stream it, do whatever, just keep it running. And I see, from the Instagram posts and Facebook posts, it seems like everybody is really has really caught on to this song "So Good." First of all, Keela Richardson is amazing.
Wow.
She was top 4 with Sunday Best this year, and she did really good with this song. She is she just killed it.
Wow. Now, has she had an opportunity? Have you talked to her? Has she seen your work on Substance to see the difference between what you did on what she's done and this?
I would hope so. It's been out. I didn't directly like send it to her,
right?
But with it being all over my page, I would hope that she checked it out.
Killer girl, you need to download.
Check it out.
Come down because it's two different scopes, and just to see your range as a writer is amazing. Now, is So Good more of an up-tempo, upbeat, or is it, what is it?
So Good is like a mid-tempo, close to ballad, but mid-tempo gospel song that was produced by Sean Keys in Baton Rouge, and yeah, it's different than Calm Down.
Yeah, but this is great because you get to flex so many parts of your talent. Now, Avery Sunshine was a person that sang with you on the Come Down song. Did you actually get an opportunity to work with her in the studio?
No, I actually didn't work with her in the studio. I laid my vocals here in North Carolina, and she laid her vocals where she is. But no.
and it sounded like it blended so perfectly. I mean, she's a legend in her own right, and I'm sure that was an awesome opportunity to have her voice in there with you. Yeah, just amazing. So where do you go from here? Like, you're up and coming, your voice is out there. You know, we need to follow you right now. Give us your social media before I forget. What is your social media? How can we stay in contact with you?
A Scott, ASCOTTIII on Instagram, and Adolphus Scottie Scott the third on Facebook.
Okay, let's deal with that third. I got to go with the third. Okay, first, second, third. Is that a lot of pressure to be a third?
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much, but yeah, to hold up the name.
To hold up the name, right?
Yeah.
And so the third, any other musicians in your family?
My father.
Okay.
Is a trumpet player at his church now. He's also a singer, and he ministers on the praise team.
See, it's not fair. See, I knew that. I knew he had an unfair advantage, is what I'm trying to say, because your perfect pitch, your range. Now, was Dad and
my uncle sings too?
Does it? See, that's what I'm saying. So when you were in your home, did he ever whip out that trumpet and yeah?
He practiced all the time.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Now, remember a movie with Spike Lee?
Which one?
Was it Mo Better Blues? And somebody played, did you get an opportunity to hear the horn, and did he train your ear with the notes in the horn ever?
He absolutely, I would say, him and my mom, even though my mom isn't as heavily or very musically inclined as my father is, just playing.
Mom, just we love you, Mom.
Oh, absolutely. I love my mom. She's just not as musically inclined as my dad and I. But no, she would play, and he would play music all the time, like literally all the time. But he would also play his trumpet. He would sing. I would hear her sing too. She's not bad.
Right.
She just doesn't claim, and she's not trying to do that.
Well, because Mama, you didn't get an opportunity. He was taking up all of the brain waves, singing and playing everything. You never got a chance, Mama. I'll just take it on that. It was not fair. So what kind of music was he playing?
All I heard all my life was the newest gospel music at the time. So at the time, that would be Kirk Franklin, William Beckton, Hezekiah Walker, John P. Key, a lot of choirs, BB and CC, Clock Sisters. Like, that's the stuff that I grew up on, and it was always what was new.
Wow.
It was never like traditional or hymns or anything. So that's why I think I'm driven to always want to hear something new and to create and make something fresh and new.
So in actuality, you had to actually, when you got older, dig and figure out what they had done before, because he had given you the latest of each artist. That's pretty amazing. So who are your favorite artists? That's a loaded question.
Loaded. Oh my God, because I love so many people. But like, my favorite, if I had to choose, if I have to choose like 10 people.
Did you say 10 people?
Yes, because I
cannot
narrow it down to like 2 or 3.
Okay.
That's impossible.
Okay. Get some coffee. Just keep watching the screen.
Number 1, Tank.
Okay.
Brandy.
Okay.
I love Beyonce.
Okay.
I like Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
I like Kim Burrell.
Okay.
I like underground artist that a lot of people don't know, but she needs to be out there. Her name is Latavia.
Oh, wow.
Cherry. Corvius Scott. We call each other cousins, but we're not.
Okay.
And he's like one of my favorites. Daryl Coley, who is an older artist that I actually pulled back from. Clark Sisters.
Okay.
And let me choose another one. There's so many. It's like I'm scared to say a last one. I want to go 20 more. If I have to say one more, Tone.
Wow. Okay. You 10 people? That was a lot of love right there. I mean, he was actually shaking, scared to give it up because he's got so many he wants to give credit to. So that was a lot of love. Whenever I see you, you're quite stylish. I mean, I have the opportunity of being in your presence because you are the praise leader at Raleigh North Christian Center. And you are the praise leader for the group Team U. Am I saying that properly?
Team United.
Okay, Team United. And as such, I want to get into how flawless you guys are as a praise and worship team. I mean, come rain or shine, you're just ushering in the Spirit of God, and it just breaks down so many walls and barriers when you walk in and you've had a really rough week. That's what a praise and worship team is supposed to be about. But I want to get into the styling. Because I'm like, you know, what is the color coordination? There are no robes happening with Team U whatsoever. Or with the choir. And the pressure of having yourself coordinated without a robe and all that. Where does that eye come from? Because you and your wife, Bridget, who's in the most amazing singing pregnant woman I've ever seen. She's pregnant right now and just be singing. Where does that eye come from? Is this another part of your businesses? Tell us a little bit about the fashion.
Yeah, where it comes from? Now, this is where my mom comes in.
Okay, good. Mom, you got to get yours where you can get it, Mom. Okay.
So my mom always made sure everything was coordinating.
Oh.
She always made sure that I had the opportunity to go out and kind of find stuff on my own and have fun with what I wear. This was even in like elementary, middle school, high school, college. She would always do that. Like, here's some funds. Go ahead and just only buy clothes. Have fun with it.
Wow. So was it her way of kind of instructing you as a form of expression?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes. And being that when I was younger, like she would always have me in certain things, you know, just making sure, hey, this goes with this and this goes with that. So I feel like it stems from that. Then in college, I'm finding even another voice or another, I'm seeing more things as fashion changes. I'm like, hey, I think I want to try this. I want to dress like this. Like I went through the whole big baggy stage and wear everything. I had do-rags.
Right. Oh, we all did. The keys out there. It was just, I was.
Then after college, went through suits. I wanted to wear suits and I wanted to dress all GQ. And then after that, it was like, no, skinny jeans and Chelsea boots and like, yeah.
And you're like, and why do I know all this? You're like, how did I get so detailed? So then, and then when you met your wife, she had that same interest?
The same interest. Wow. And oh my God.
Is that how you fell in love, maybe?
Lord.
The singing and the dressing.
And just, with men in general, when we see something and how she was dressed and how she carried herself, that was like, number one, because I didn't know her.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah.
Aww.
You know what you're doing.
Aww.
From the head to the toe.
Shout out, Bridget. That was a lot of love right there. So that's how you fell in love, the way she presented herself, carried herself.
Without even knowing her.
Wow.
It was like, wow, this chick is bad.
Yeah. And then come find out you guys have that same interest.
musically.
And musically.
Like the things that we like to do, recreational things. It was very similar. Like the type of stuff that we just makes us happy was kind of the same lines. So
you guys are singing together. You guys have 2 kids and have one on the way.
Yes.
And so what I'm hearing is that this fashion thing is something that you do. And how do people get in contact with you? What does it look? I mean, what is the company?
So it's AB Scott & Co. We're a styling company where you can do virtual styling, where we never even meet. We can just talk over the internet or the phone. Or we kind of coach you through that.
Okay, so let's role play. So Scottie, I gotta go to this party. It was a reunion. I haven't seen these people in like 10 years. What should I wear? It's like one of them I can call you for anything type thing. Or I'm going to BET Awards and I need it. So what's the range?
It could be all of that.
Okay.
And if that's the case, and if we cannot meet, then that's virtual styling.
Okay.
And we could offer the certain stores that you can go to. Like, this is the type of person that doesn't mind still going to look for it.
Got it.
Where we can offer suggestions. But if you don't have time and you can't go to the stuff, or you can't go shopping around and we need to do it for you, then we need to style you. And we're going to have to come to you.
Got you. And that requires like the measurement and those type of things, more specifics and more details.
That's us styling you for an event.
And a higher fee.
Or a photo shoot.
Yeah. So prepare yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
But rightfully so. If someone's going to go shop for you, then I'm sure you don't mind paying a little extra. But it sounds good, because what I like that I heard you say is, if you still somebody that like to move, they just need an idea, you can still help them with that, and they can go get it, and that's phenomenal. So say the name of the company again. AB
Scott & Co.
AB Scott & Co.
And if you go on Instagram, it's AB Scott Co. on Instagram, and if it's on Facebook, it's Adolphus and Bridget Scott.
So check that out for your next event. We know we've got Christmas, we've got New Year, but make sure everybody, we want to celebrate and help Scottie, this new up and coming sensational singer, celebrate him by supporting Come Down the song. And you definitely want to go online and see the movie Substance. Give it likes, give it thumbs up. These guys put it down and they kept our community involved, and for that we celebrate this project Substance. Thank you very much for being with us on Kingdom Television. We'll see you again.